All right, it's time to enter the sting zone with the Mud Dauber. On three. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Yeah. Oh, it's like stuck. It's stuck in. Rolling? Mm-hmm. All right, just spotted a new wasp. New wasp unlocked. Let's go see if we can catch it. Got it. Okay. Yes, got it. Okay, let's go, let's go. Oh yeah, okay, we got it. Awesome. All right, let's see if I can. Looks like some kind of mud dabber. There it is. Ah, look at that, guys. We got it. That was awesome. This is what is known as a Mud Dauber wasp. They're called that because they make a mud nest. And they're usually solitary when you see them out. You don't usually see a swarm of a Mud Dauber wasp. They're also called a thread-bodied wasp. You see that thread-like bridge between their abdomen and the main body? That is a distinct characteristic of these wasps. And they can use all kinds of things to build their nests. They can use sand, mud, anything that they can use to build into that tunnel. In fact, you know what? Why don't I show you what a nest looks like? Hold the phone. I know where one is. I'm gonna bring it to the set. 1 second. Here we go. So, no, this is not what the wasp makes. This is a plastic container that's just outside of the reserve that we're staying at. But if you get your camera in tight, see that little tunnel of mud? That is the nest of a Mud Dauber. See if anybody's home. Oh yeah, somebody's definitely home. Whoa! All right, that one took off. I hope you saw that. Good thing we already caught one because that wasp took off. Let's go back to the wasp that we caught. I'm glad that we found this one because we have been getting a lot of questions. These wasps are found all over the world and there are hundreds, no, check that, thousands of different species of these thread-bodied wasps. And people want to know, can they sting? They're not aggressive. People rarely get stung by Mud Daubers, but I am curious, can the Mud Dauber sting and how bad does it hurt? I think it's time to put this wasp on the bite sting index. Let's set up the table. All right, just like that, we have another insect to add to the bite sting index. I've already been stung 3 times on this trip. So far, I have the trapjaw ant, the bullet ant, the warrior wasp, and now I'm about to add the Mud Dauber. And the reason why I'm going back and I'm doing all these stings here in Costa Rica, where I have experienced stings before, is because we have this brand new bite sting index. Why reinvent the sting index? Well, a couple reasons. First reason is bites. The original sting index did not include bites, the bites of arachnids, the bites of insects, and other creepy crawlies that we like to experiment to describe the pain and a lot of the educational facts about these creatures. The other thing is pain in itself is not the only factor when it comes to stings. There are other really important considerations like intimidation, which is one of our factors. Intimidation of an animal absolutely changes how you feel about the pain of the sting itself. And then of course we have the pain, and then at the end we have the aftermath. What happens to you after you're stung or bitten by some of these insects is oftentimes the worst part of it. So we wanted to make sure that we encapsulated the full experience of these bite and stings, and then we take all of those scores, average them out to a ranking on the BSI for every creature that we test. And I think it's time to get a closer look at this wasp. Let's get it out of the container. You guys ready? Let's keep the net close by, just in case we get an escape artist here. All right. Go for a grab. Not a grab, not a great grab. Gonna have to redo this grab. Oh, I see the stinger already. Oh boy. This might not be good. This might be, all right, hang on, I gotta see if I can use this cord piece. Help me out here. I know they can, because it has that threaded abdomen, that threaded waist, it can really swing itself around. Make sure I have a good grip. Okay, good grip. Good grip. I think we can put the net away. Put that to the side. Actually off the table. Okay, getting my first really close look at this insect, this wasp. It is blackish brown in color. Its wings are more of a caramel hue. Has a little bit of yellow on the neck. Overall, very stealthy. I would give this a smallish size rating. Like it's definitely sub-medium size for wasp. Not the smallest wasp, but like not quite a medium wasp. Intimidation factor is going to be tough on the score for this one. I'm not going to lie. Like the intimidation factor of this wasp, just knowing what I know about mud dabbers and the fact that they're usually docile. These are not wasps that are going to antagonize you. They're not going to disturb you at lunch. They're just going to fly through and be on their way either back to their nest or out to hunt. A lot of these wasps do prey on spiders, so they can be a type of spider wasp, but they also eat nectar and other forms of sugar. Let's see if it's oh yeah, it wants to bite. It definitely wants to bite and sting. Getting it in the forceps, I definitely already saw it does have a stinger. I can confirm this is a stinging wasp. See that stinger fishing around?
Oh, he looks angry.
And it's not a he, it's a she. Only female wasps can sting. And that's a good point, actually, Andrew, is that these stingers are modified egg-laying appendages, but they are connected to a venom sac that I can confirm that this one definitely has, because male wasps do not have stingers. All right, let's do this thing, guys. Here we go. I'm gonna go right here. Are you guys ready? Okay. Here we go. All right, it's time to enter the sting zone with the mud dabber. I'm getting a little nervous now, I'm not gonna lie. Not many people get stung by these, and I've never been stung by one before, so here we go, here goes nothing. On three. 1, 2, 3. There's stingers out. That's in. Yeah, got a sting. Oh, it's still in. It's still in. You see it? You see that stinger? Oh, it's like stuck. It's stuck in. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I'm definitely feeling something. Oh yeah. It's heating up. It's heating up. Let me put the wasp back. Okay. Here we go. Good, great. All right. Got some swelling going.
Describe the pain mark.
Hot, local, and not that bad. I'll be honest with you guys. This could get worse. Mild to intermediate sting. Not gonna get a great score there, but let's see what this does over the next 24 hours. You don't have to wait. We're gonna skip ahead and show you a quick montage of the aftermath and then give you an official BSI rating for the Costa Rican mud dabber. For intimidation, the mud dabber looks like a menacing wasp, but it is slender and somewhat smaller than most wasps you typically see. But because it is a wasp, you have to assume that it's not going to be any fun to take a sting from. So for that, I give it a 3.5 out of 10. On pain factor, honestly, it's not that bad. And it's actually hard to think of a less painful sting I've ever taken. As soon as the pain started to build, it abruptly ended, almost in an instant, which is very uncommon for any species of flying wasp. So on the pain scale, I'm only gonna give it a 2 out of 10. Last but not least, the aftermath, which was a much more typical wasp sting reaction. The swelling and itching was mild, but it lasted for around 3 days. And honestly, once again, not nearly as bad as any other wasp I've ever been stung by. So for that, it only gets a 2.5 out of 10, giving the Costa Rican mud dabber an average BSI score of only a 2.7, which is the lowest I have given to any species since starting the BSI. Needless to say, this is one insect that you really don't need to worry about. This is crazy. I'm using a drone to try to catch one of the most painful stinging insects on the planet. That's a warrior wasp nest. I have no idea whether or not this is going to work. Oh my gosh, I think we got one. Land. Oh my gosh. I am going to finally take a sting from a warrior wasp, one of the most painful insect stings on the planet. Now, I really want to put this animal on the bite sting index, but the only problem is I've been searching for warrior wasps for days, and the only nest I've been able to find is all the way at the top of that tree. So if we're gonna catch a warrior wasp, it's gonna be a real challenge. We're not giving up. Let's see if we can get down to the base of the tree to see, one, if it's climbable at all. Two, if we can maybe makeshift an extra long bug net. This is an extended pole. Here, check this out. Look how long this gets.
Whoa, it just keeps going.
Yeah, I think that's fully extended. All right, yeah, see if we can attach this simple bug net to the end of this pole. Maybe I can climb up high enough is my thought, and I can swoop it down. This nest is easily 30 feet off the ground. I think I see it. Let's get under here and check it out. No, this is not looking good. That nest is 40, 50 feet up.
Only we could just fly up there.
Fly up there. Huh. Fly up there. How much do you think that weighs?
Well, that's really light. It's only a few grams.
It's light, right?
Really light.
Okay. I think I have a crazy idea. Let's get back up so we can get advantage of the nest. I've got a new plan. Let's go. All right. I think this could work. My thinking is because there is nothing in front of the nest and there's enough space there, I might be able to attach this net to a drone, and maybe with enough attempts, we catch one in the net. But let's get the drone out, man. This is it. We're gonna give it a shot. All right, get a little warm. Sun's coming out. Take that jacket off. Got some tape, set of pliers, got our net, a little bit of very thin twine, but very strong. And then of course we got an older drone. Yes, this drone has already seen a couple of bumps and bruises. I want this net to essentially trail behind the drone like this. Okay, first things first, let's get a piece of string long enough. Got it. That is some strong string. Okay, I think something just like that. That's gonna do it. That's where we want it. Right in the center, right there. Okay. Now here's the thing. You only have one net. Gotta make sure it's really on there. Not to mention it's gonna have to stay in place. And no, in case you're wondering, I've never attempted anything like this before. This is a first. That's done, okay. Let's see how this looks. So this is the idea. And you guys are gonna let me know if you see any warrior wasps in the net, because as soon as we have a few, or at least one in the net, I'm gonna zing it back down, hit the deck as soon as we can. Hopefully it lands just like that, and then come up warrior wasp ready for a sting test. That's the plan anyway. I have no idea whether or not this is actually going to work. Let's give it a shot.
This might just work, Mark.
If this works, this will be the first time anyone has ever caught a warrior wasp with a drone. Here goes nothing. I'm just gonna record. All right, here we go. All right, fingers crossed. Clear? All right. That's a good sign. Here we go. What we're trying to do is unprecedented. Let me just go up high. I want to see if this I mean, I think that works, guys.
It's working pretty
really
good.
well. I'm impressed.
Ooh, that was bad. You got to go slow. So speed is not good.
Slow and steady.
There's no real prize for being fast here. This is surgical. It's like playing a game of Operation. Oh man, this is cool. All right, I've got eyes on the warrior wasp nest. Looks like the clearest path is like right here. You guys tell me if you see me hitting anything with the net.
Okay, we got our eyes on it.
Okay, I'm going in. First pass. There it is. Okay. All right, definitely, I could see a warrior wasp on the nest. I have not gotten a swarm yet. All right, they're starting to come out. I gotta turn on sport mode. There it goes. Now they, okay. I didn't want to do that until I got close enough. I am right there, guys. They're not swarming. That net's right there, though.
If you could somehow get that net to swing, I think one will get inside.
Like rock it back and forth. It's right there at the entrance, isn't it? Danger zone. All right, I'm gonna see if we got anything. Okay.
Okay.
Coming out. All right. Dropping the net. All right, nothing. All right, should we go back in for another pass?
Right next to you.
Where?
Right there.
Holy cow, that is a warrior wasp. See if I can go catch it.
Okay.
No, it evaded me. Oh man, that was definitely one. Good eye, whoever saw that. I feel like this is meant to be, guys. I feel like we can do this. Gosh, it's like I'm getting excited about getting stung. All right, here we go. Let's try going for another swing. Really want to get on this side. That's the clearest angle. Really don't want to be in sport mode until I get close. This is actually like pretty nice to have this obstacle avoidance right now. Keeps me like off of the tree. So I can just get in there and then I can go manual. All right, going manual. Now I'm seeing, oh yeah. There's a lot more warrior wasps hanging out on that nest right now. Oh, I see a swarm. One just flew. Okay, they're starting to come investigate the drone, and that is exactly what we want to happen. Come on, just one. Just need one. I'm gonna try to raise the net up, point the camera down, because that's about where the net should be. Oh yeah, I saw another one fly. This is good. Damn, the net is swinging the wrong way. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. There's definitely more. See that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh no. Gotta get a wasp right now, or it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna try to swing the net around a few more times, but we're almost out of battery. If you can't already tell from all the beeping. Jeez. That's it, I've gotta bring it back. Maybe we got one, you never know. Just need one. Guys, I think there's something in there. I see something in there. There's definitely something in there. Watch out, watch out. Where's the other net? It's still there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I think we got one. I think we got it. Land, 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 land. Yes! Is that? Oh my gosh, we got one! Woo! Oh my goodness. Hang on. Yes, that is a warrior wasp. Oh my gosh. Yes! Yes! All right, hang on, let me get it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, hang on. Let me get in the jar. Let me get in the jar. Come on. Come here, don't you go anywhere. Oh man. All right. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Oh! Oh! Guys, it worked! Yeah, baby! Mwah! Yes! That might be the most amazing catch I have ever had in my whole career. Holy cow. Yes! All right. Oh my gosh, guys, high five. Holy cow. Yes! Yes! I cannot believe that we actually pulled that off. That's the world's first ever catch of any insect that's to my knowledge with the drone. This warrior wasp is like, what the heck just happened? Oh my goodness. Now it's time for me to take a sting and officially rate the warrior wasp on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Let's set up the table, get this over with. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that we actually pulled that off. We have set up the warrior wasp to enter the Bite Sting Index rankings on Brave Wilderness. Holy cow, I cannot believe it. All right, Let's get some supplies out. We don't need this net anymore. I'm gonna keep that on standby though, just in case our wasp decides to make a run for it. Here we go. A few supplies that I need. Got my forceps. There we go. Can't do a sting test without an EpiPen. So just got a new epinephrine pen, and I got an arm. I got this arm. I'm gonna do this arm. I took a sting on this arm yesterday, so we're gonna use a blank canvas for this warrior wasp. This is one of the most infamous stings in the world. This is going to be a first time for me, and you can see right here, look at this. This warrior wasp is getting ready. It's staring me down right now. And these are notorious for being some of the most aggressive wasps. They will defend their nest with their lives, just like a swarm of bees. These wasps will swarm any would-be predator. In fact, they give a warning sign where they beat their wings together, and it can actually create the sound of drums. They're called the drumming wasp as another name. But this wasp, we know all too well as the warrior wasp. Ready to go, ready for battle, and I think that it's ready to enter the Bite Sting Index officially. So we have come up with a brand new sting index that we're going to rank all the world's worst venomous bites and stings on. And instead of coming up with just a pain factor, I have taken so many stings that I could tell you that it's not just the sting that you need to take into consideration. We are ranking this on 3 main factors. We have intimidation, pain, aftermath, all rated from 1 to 10, and then we add them all up and take an average to give the insect or arachnid the official Bite Sting Index for Brave Wilderness. Now, the warrior wasp is intimidating. It is all black, it has an iridescent shine, very menacing mandibles, and almost a fighter jet type appearance. When it flies through the air, you can actually see its abdomen sticking up in the air. It's almost like a harrier flying in to feast or defend. And that is why these insects possess such a painful sting. They are famous for their aggression to protect their nest. So when it comes to intimidation factor, I'd say it's pretty tough to get a taller rating on intimidation. As far as pain, I've never taken a sting, so I'm gonna give it a fair and honest assessment as to how bad the sting actually feels. And then of course, the aftermath. The aftermath of the sting is, I think, the most unique part of the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index, because it's often not the initial pain that really gets you. It's the days of healing from the damage. And then we will give you an instant score right after the sting. Can I please have the butterfly net? Thank you, Andrew. We are not taking any chances. I think you know full well just how unbelievable it was that we were able to get one warrior wasp. If this wasp gets away, that's all she wrote. We won't have a video. So I'm going to use this butterfly net as a bit of a safety net to make sure we get the warrior wasp in a good hold. Okay, and then we are not going to take much time, guys. These warrior wasps are very strong for their size, and they can easily get away. So I'm going to get it in the forceps. I'm going to put out this arm, and we're going to take the sting. Camera's rolling, camera's ready.
We're rolling.
This is a one and done. Here we go. Man, I'm getting nervous now. It's like hitting me. Like right now when I'm getting the insect into the forceps, my brain knows that it's about to be sting zone time, and I'm about to enter a world of pain. Okay, let's see if I can get a grip in here. Give it one chance, it will fly away without hesitation. Okay. Okay, I don't have a good hold. Can you come and open this, Andrew? Open the bag. I have an idea of how I can do this. There's another set of forceps at the top of this. Thank you. Okay. I feel like it's like a game of Operation. Now she's biting these forceps. Let go. Got the hold. This wasp is so impressive, so aggressive looking. Look at those mandibles. Those are some jaws. I have a feeling this isn't just gonna be a sting test. I'm gonna get chomped in the process, so we're gonna factor that into the score. Look at those wings go. I can feel the air coming off of them. This is a very strong wasp. It's gonna score some major points in the intimidation factor. Here we go, transferring. All right, it's officially time to put the warrior wasp on the Brave Wilderness BSI, the Bite Sting Index. I'm gonna get stung right there. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is gonna happen right away. All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. It's stinging me, you see that? Wow. Ooh, stinger's in, it's pumping me. I'm getting bit. Let go. It's not gonna let go. It stung me again. I can't get him off. Ow. Dang. Oh, hang on, guys. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe how bad the bite was. All right, I think we've seen enough. I can tell you what, that is a serious sting, but man, that bite was for real. I'm gonna have to factor that in for sure to the pain score. I did not expect that. Holy cow. The warrior wasp, this insect means business. I'm gonna get through the aftermath, but you get to jump ahead. Let's give the warrior wasp an official ranking on the Bite Sting Index. Here it goes. On intimidation, the warrior wasp looks downright menacing. Its impressive size and appearance screams, "Don't mess with me, I pack a punch." Plus, knowing that this is ranked as one of the 4 worst insect stings on the planet, similar to the likes of the bullet ant and Tarantula Hawk, definitely made me nervous to take this sting. So for that, I give it a 7 out of 10. For pain, the sting lives up to the hype, which delivered immediate burning pain right through my arm. On top of that, it also packed a nasty bite, which was much worse than I expected, adding to the intensity of the pain that I felt. So for all that combined, I give it a 7.9 out of 10. For aftermath, the warrior wasp left me with major swelling and redness for multiple days, and was very tender to the touch. Now, while it was painful, it still fell short of the bone-crushing aftermath from the bullet ant. So for that, I only give it a 7.5 out of 10. All combined, the warrior wasp ranks at a 7.5 out of 10 on the Brave Wilderness BSI, which places it in some seriously painful company, at least for now. I'm starting my search for Arizona's largest tarantula, and normally I do my best to not get bitten by giant hairy spiders, but today I'm going to intentionally take a bite from the desert blonde tarantula to see just how dangerous it really is. But before I can do that, I've got to catch one. Let's get searching. We're searching the Sonoran Desert of Arizona to find these tarantulas. This desert is teeming with all sorts of venomous creatures, and the best time to find them is after dark. The sun is finally set, headlamp is on. This headlamp is going to be the main tool that I use tonight to find one of these tarantulas. So I'm gonna use my headlamp to sweep from side to side. There's not a lot that gives away other than just getting a light right on the tarantula itself. And then comes the tricky part, actually catching one. I also have a snake hook with me tonight, which could come in handy in catching a tarantula, but the main reason I have it is because this is prime rattlesnake territory. There's a lot more things crawling around out here than just big spiders. These spiders are out tonight hunting, but if they're near their hole, they'll quickly tuck back in. If I don't get close enough in time, it's pretty much game over and we'll have to find a new tarantula to catch. Whoa, we got a rattlesnake right there. You see it coiled up? Right there. Back up a little bit, guys. That is a western diamondback rattlesnake. Now, it is not a big one. This is a juvenile, but it is still capable of inflicting a very serious bite. You can use a snake hook to move snakes out of our way, just like this. Let the snake go, and we keep searching for spiders. Yes. It's a great sign that we're seeing all these venomous creatures out on the hunt. This desert is coming alive.
Put a scorpion right at your foot.
Look at this. Desert hairy scorpion right there. Let's see if I can grab it. Best way to do this is just to grab right at the top knuckle so it can't sting me. Let's see if we can get him to calm down. Stay buddy, come on. There we go, that's good. Oh. Got him. Oh yeah, he's pinching me. All right, here we go. Let's see, show you what we got here. That is a pretty good size giant desert hairy scorpion, the largest species of scorpion in the United States. Luckily, I've got a good grip on its stinger there, but you can see there's even a little bit of venom starting to come out of the tip of it. If you don't grab these guys correctly, they will give you a pretty good pop. You can see why they call them the desert hairy. Look at all the hairs all over its body. It doesn't get much cooler than these large scorpions. All right, let's put them back and keep looking for those tarantulas. Scorpions and tarantulas are out here hunting the same food. I have a feeling we're closing in on our giant spider. Oh, I got a spider right there. Let's go. All right, got my container. Let's see if we can get a catch. Okay, its hole's right here. Going to need to move in carefully. That is a big male. Oh no, I lost it. Hang on, maybe I can coax it back out. Oh no. Ah, lost it. Wait, hang on. It's still there. I got it back. I got it back. Snake hook is coming in clutch. Okay, coax it this direction. See it rearing its abdomen up. Okay, oh, just bit the snake hook. Here we go, guys. Got it. Got it. Here we go. Woo! Oh, buddy. That is a good one. Big male desert blonde tarantula. After a little bit of searching and a little bit of luck that we brought the snake hook, we got ourselves our tarantula for the bite test. All right, I'll take it back in. Let's go, guys. Yes! As fate would have it, as we were heading back to start setting up for the bite test, we saw an even bigger spider. Oh, another tarantula. This one looks bigger. Oh yeah, okay. Let's try to catch this one too. All right, I don't know how close it is to its hole, but I'm gonna go in for the catch. Here we go. Holy cow, that is a huge freaking spider, guys. Wow. Cha-cha-cha. Ho, 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 ho! Ho! That is the specimen we have been after. That is a truly huge tarantula. I did not expect this. Not one, but two huge desert blonde tarantulas. What we have here are a male and a female. And unfortunately for me, I think this video just turned from a tarantula bite test to a tarantula bite comparison. And I'm sure you are as curious as I am which of these two spiders has the more painful bite. It's time to find out. I am definitely nervous. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Two full-grown desert blonde tarantulas. And the table is now set for the ultimate spider bite test here in the Sonora Desert. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. What I'm about to do is a bad idea. Please do not attempt to recreate what you're about to see in this video. We have two tarantulas here in front of us. We have a male and the female, which we found unexpectedly. I think it is worth doing a bite test comparison to see which bite is more ferocious, because these spiders live very different lives from each other. Females actually live for a lot longer. We're talking 25 years for a female tarantula and only 5 to 10 years for a male. Females tend to bunker down. They stay a lot more localized to their nests, where the males are much more nomadic and predatory. I have a suspicion that we have a very different bite profile to these two spiders, and we are going to put that to the ultimate test. Let's take a closer look at Arizona's largest spider. Ladies first. In order to get some really good footage of the spider, I'm going to move it into this glass dome. And of course, we don't want our spider to get away. All right, delicate little procedure here. Wow. There we go, perfect, perfect, perfect transfer. Oh my goodness. The fangs on these spiders are enormous. It's not just going to be the venom that I'm up against today. We're talking actual puncture wounds from fangs that large. In terms of what they're out here hunting and eating, pretty much anything that they can grapple onto. They are very strong spiders, and of course, possessing those large fangs, they could subdue a variety of prey. Even small lizards would be a good meal for a spider this size. The females tend to be a little bit bigger than the males. They are called a desert blonde tarantula predominantly because you can see those hairs and just how blonde they are in the middle. But that is a full-grown desert blonde tarantula. The best way to probably go about doing this is for me to grab it by its carapace, the top of the head of the spider, and I'm gonna try to pin it, grab it, and then I'll be able to show you the fangs and of course inflict the bite right here on my thumb. All right. Whew. Brought a couple things with me today. I have a large pair of tweezers. Of course, we always bring first aid kit. The thing I need the most is the EpiPen. The worst outcome that can happen besides the pain that I'm about to experience is an allergic reaction. I think it's time to take the first of 2 bites from a tarantula. Okay, here we go. Now the females are known for being a little more docile than the males. Beyond, oh, easy girl, easy girl. Back, back, back. So you see how it's rearing its abdomen up right there? Beyond their capability to inflict bites, they also possess another defense mechanism, which is to flick the hairs off their abdomen. Females are rumored to be less aggressive, but this one looks ready to bite. And what I'm trying to do right now is to get a good hold on the carapace. This is the safest way for me to hold it for both me and the tarantula. There we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, that made my heart jump. Okay. The spider just wants to come right at me. Oh my gosh. Did you hear that? That is the sound of spider fangs scraping the table. Okay. Look at the size of those fangs. And their fangs are retractable, just like a snake. And they are thick. We're talking some very large fangs. Those are going to pop holes in my skin for sure. Gotta get up a lot of nerve to do this. Okay, I've got a good grip on the spider. I'm gonna go for it. On 3. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to take a bite from Arizona's largest spider, the desert blonde tarantula. On 3. 1. I'm so nervous. 2. 3. Spider's fangs are on my skin. Ah! Yep, got me. You can see there's a little blood right there. Only popped 1 fang through. I think I gotta take a better bite, guys. It wasn't a good enough bite. All right, I'm gonna do 1 more. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Yeah, that time it got me. That time it got me good. Oh my God. That freaked me out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hang on, let me get the spider back. Get back in there, girl. Get back in there. Yeah, see right there. See that? Definitely burns. Oh my gosh, my adrenaline is like firing right now, guys. I feel like my soul just jumped out of my body. That is the most freaked out I've been around an animal. And it definitely burns. Oh man. My neck, okay? Yeah. My neck is like seized up. It's like I've got a cramp right here. I don't know if it's from the bite or if it's from just the nerves and the tension. Oh my gosh. I think it's nerves. I don't think it's from the venom. Definitely burns. It's definitely a burning sensation. I had to really try hard to get that spider to bite me. I want to point that out, that this spider did not want to bite, but that was not an aggression bite, for sure. Okay, I think I'm good enough to do another bite. I think it's time to bring in the second tarantula and see if the male can inflict a more aggressive bite wound, which I have a feeling that's gonna happen. Males are known to be more aggressive, and that's why I wanted to do a bite test here. Much darker in coloration than the female too. Not looking forward to this. And my hand still burns from that first bite. Okay, come here. Come here, you. Got a pin. Oh my gosh. Way stronger. Way stronger. Way more aggressive. Look at it attacking. Got it. Oh boy, that was tough. Okay, there you have it. The male desert blonde tarantula. Here are the fangs. You can see just as terrifying as the female spider. You can see there's even venom on these. Okay, on 3. I'm about to take my second bite, this time from a male and much more aggressive desert blonde tarantula. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Just waiting for the bite to come. You see, he does not want to bite me.
It's not as angry as the female.
No. Big reaction is that these animals do not want to bite me. So while we've given this spider plenty of opportunity to inflict a bite, you can see it really has no intent to do me any harm. And frankly, it should be a lot more afraid of me than I am of it. So I hope after watching this video, we all have learned some important lessons about Arizona's largest spider. Even though these spiders are large and admittedly pretty creepy, we really have no reason to fear them. And honestly, their venom isn't that strong because spiders this large tend to use their strength to overtake their prey. They don't want to bite you, and even if they do, it's really not that bad. All right, let's let our spiders back off into the desert. When it comes to the world of stings, there are titans of pain that stand tall above the rest. Now, I've already survived the dreaded sting of the bullet ant, the warrior wasp, and even the deadly stonefish. But there is one titan that has eluded me time and time again. So today, I am back in the state of Arizona to take on the sting of the one and only Tarantula Hawk. Let's get searching. The last 5 times I have come to Arizona, I have not been able to catch one of these giant spider wasps. But today's different. It's different because we've been tipped off to a well-known Tarantula Hawk hotspot. Let me explain to you why this is a great location for tarantula hawks. Reason number 1, water. In the desert, water is life, and it grows flowering plants, just like this one. You see all these honeybees fast at work? This is exactly the same type of plant that tarantula hawk is going to be after. They eat nectar. So I think the best strategy for us today is to walk laps around this pond, keeping our eyes to the sky and our ears open. These wasps are so huge that you can actually hear them buzzing in through the air. They're like little fighter jets. Zzz. If we can find one perched up like this butterfly right here, that is going to present the perfect opportunity for me to swoop in with the net. Here we go. Desert's waking up. Got the hummingbirds out now. I think that was a tarantula hawk actually that just flew by. Big one.
Really?
Dang, yeah. Just saw one. Saw my first tarantula hawk. It just went way into the desert. Like no chance, but that was definitely one. They really stand out from the other insects and things flying around out here. I mean, we're talking about a wasp 2 inches long. Today's the day. I can feel it. Today is the day it's gonna change. It's just a matter of patience and persistence. Let's keep hiking around this pond. Got one? Oh. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Whoa!
Where is it?
Oh, right here, right here.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh no!
That is one. That is definitely one. Oh my gosh. I can see its bright orange wings and it's huge. That is really high though. That is like 12 feet. I just can't. I can't get that high. It just comes down. Dang it.
The drought continues.
We just have to find the right one.
Yeah, at least this guy's catching stuff out here. Oh, right here, Bart. Whoa! That was huge.
I got one. Right here. Right here. Got it. Oh! Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness. And that is a good one too. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. Can't get too excited. It's got to get in the jar to be officially a catch. Okay. Yeah! Yes! I cannot believe that catch. That was so epic. What a fitting way to end the drought of catching tarantula hawks. Oh my gosh, guys. I was like, man, if this doesn't happen today, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. And now, unfortunately, this victory, this victorious moment I'm feeling is about to turn into a world of pain because I've set the table for me to enter the sting zone with one of the colossals of sting, the Tarantula Hawk. Whew. Let's go set up the sting table. Here we go, it's game time. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at the size of that Tarantula Hawk. That is a massive Tarantula Hawk. And I have to say, I have not been this amped for a sting video in a very long time. We have put in the work to feature the Tarantula Hawk on the Bite Sting Index, and today, it's going down. But before we get into that, check this out. Not only did I catch one Tarantula Hawk, I caught two. And the reason I want to show you both of these insects is because although they look similar, they are very different. And it's important for you to know the difference if you're ever out here in the Southwest and encounter one of these giant flying insects. And the way I'm going to show you how they're different is by demonstrating. Here we go. You ready? You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We get out the second Tarantula Hawk from the container. Here we go. You ready? This is one of those moments where you really hope you're right about what you've learned. 1, 2, 3. No sting. And that is because what I'm holding here is a male Tarantula Hawk, and they do not possess a stinger. Now, the reason why the males do not possess stingers, and this is true in almost all stinging insects, is because a stinger is really just a modified appendage for laying eggs. Now, besides not having a stinger, the only other way to tell the difference between the male and female Tarantula Hawks are by looking at their antenna. Males have straight antenna, where females curl at the ends. And while side by side, it's also easy to see that females are larger, you typically will never see more than one Tarantula Hawk at a time. So checking for those antennae is the best way to know if you're looking at a harmless insect versus one that packs one of the most intense stings on the planet. I'm actually gonna transfer her into a bigger glass so we can really see, so she can spread all the way out. You can see how truly gargantuan this wasp is. Okay, there we go. Wow. Oh my goodness. What a monster wasp. Guys, look at the size of that abdomen. This is the biggest Tarantula Hawk I have ever seen. Now, the reason they're called a Tarantula Hawk is because how they reproduce. These enormous wasps, one of the largest wasps in the world, feed tarantulas to their young. And the way they do that is they will fly around the desert looking for these giant spiders. Once they find one, they will swoop down like a bird of prey, catch it, sting it, paralyzing the tarantula, and then lay eggs inside of it. So, when those eggs hatch, the very first meal of a Tarantula Hawk's life is a giant spider. And then they will emerge from the burrow as a fully grown wasp and feast on nectar. I've seen these wasps dragging spiders across the desert 10 times their size. It's truly unbelievable just how powerful the Tarantula Hawk can be. And the last thing I just want to note before we get into the sting test is look at the legs of this wasp. They are extremely long. In fact, when you see them flying through the air, you can see those long legs dragging down behind them. And the reason they need to have such long legs is so they can grapple those spiders and inflict that paralyzing sting. They're also covered in tiny hairs. Got some hairy legs there, lady. Well, now that we know why it's called a tarantula hawk, and we've been able to take a closer look, I think it's time for the moment that you all came for. It's time for me to enter the sting zone with one of the largest wasps on the planet. Here we go. All right. I often get questions, Mark, are you just over the fear of stings by now? No. I always get a lot of anxiety before taking a sting for a first time, especially when it's one of the titans of sting. The tarantula hawk sting is notorious. It's put right up there with the bullet ant. And when it comes to stings that I personally witnessed, I cannot think of one more terrifying than when I saw someone get stung by a tarantula hawk. As much as I've been working hard with the team to find one of these tarantula hawks for this sting test, in this moment, whoo, buddy, I'm feeling the nerves. The sooner I take the sting, the sooner I get to healing. That I know for sure. All right, I'm getting the signal. You guys ready?
Yeah.
It's go time. All right, guys, this is gonna be one of the biggest stings I ever go through. Got essential first aid on standby, the EpiPen. Oh my gosh. I can't believe the moment has arrived for me to enter the sting zone with this wasp. This is big time. Okay, guys, here we go. Now, I'm gonna rate the sting of this wasp on 3 different factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. So at the end of this video, this tarantula hawk is going to receive a BSI score, and it will rate it against all the other stings and bites that I've ever taken. Will it top the bullet ant? It's time to find out. Gonna remove the glass. Oh man, this is where it'd be very easy for me to take a sting too early. Those legs are so strong. Like if I don't get the right hold right away, it's almost no chance. Shaking. So nervous right now. Gosh, this is always so much harder than it looks. Gotta hold. All right, I'm gonna have to use another set. Oh my gosh, look at how big that stinger is, guys. So strong. Got it. Good hold. All right, I gotta go for the sting, guys. Ready? I'm Mark Binns, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the one and only tarantula hawk. You guys ready? You got your shots? On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, hang on. I'm feeling lightheaded. I feel like I might pass out. Sorry, guys.
Oh, it's fine.
Sorry.
You want me to put the jar on it right now?
No, I'm just, hold on, just let me get my nerves going. My legs are shaking, my hands are shaking. I feel like my stomach's in my throat right now. I've never felt this like this before, Sting. This is like next level terror. Oh my gosh, this is happening. All right, here we go. All right, guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Stinger's hit! Oh God, I didn't get a good sting though. I gotta do it again. Oh, that hurts. It didn't get good. It didn't get me good. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh! Ah! Ah! Oh, it's savaging me! Ah, yeah! Yeah! Ah! 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 Oh! Oh, yeah! Ah! Oh my gosh, look how quickly it's swelling. Ah! 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 It's white hot. Ah! Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. She got me. She got me a bunch of times before the real sting, but the real sting went in. It was so bad. Describe the pain. White hot. It's like gasoline under the skin, torched. It's like someone put a match right on it. That's the real deal. Look at the swelling already. Matter of seconds, it's already swelling up. All right, guys. I feel like my voice is going. All right. Well, I've survived so far. I don't think I need the EpiPen, but my voice is shot. And I think it's now time for me to recover, endure the aftermath, and for you guys to know exactly where the Tarantula Hawk rates on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Roll it.
For intimidation, it's hard to imagine a wasp or any insect more intimidating than the Tarantula Hawk. But just in case I ever find one, I'll give it a 9.9 out of 10. For pain, it was way up there compared to the worst stings I've experienced. Instant flares of pain rocked my arm and underneath the skin. And the only reason I took repeated stings was to make sure I took a full dose, which I'm sure glad I did for the sake of this index, because that last sting was 10 times as painful as the first 8 or so warning pops. All of that said, I don't feel it was quite as bad as a bullet ant, so it only gets an 8.6 out of 10 for pain. For aftermath, the swelling was severe. My arm ballooned up and the redness extended from my wrist all the way down to my elbow. And the pain lasted for over 24 hours, but was much less severe after just about 30 minutes. However, it was followed by days of very intense itching before it started to properly heal. For that, the aftermath gets an 8.5 out of 10, giving the Tarantula Hawk a grand score and BSI rating of a 9, making it the second worst sting I have rated so far, and just barely falling short of the current king of sting, the bullet ant. Needless to say, while Tarantula Hawks are typically non-aggressive, you should never attempt to do what you saw in this video.
Oh my gosh, guys, come check this out. I found a murder leaf. This leaf can kill. All right, guys, in this video, we are out searching the rainforest at night in Western Borneo. This location is known for having some of the most unique animals on the planet. And our goal for tonight is to locate as many of them as possible to get up close to the cameras. Let's get searching. If you're out looking for creatures anywhere, the best time to do it is at night. Can you see the blue eyes? All right, we've got a blue-eyed, angle-headed lizard. It's a type of dragon, but you can see it's got some super eccentric details. It's almost like it has a wacky hairdo with those spines up and down the back, but it's sleeping right there on that limb. We're just gonna leave it alone. It's a little too high up anyway. Let's go. When you're out night herping, best tool you can have, headlamp. Headlamp or flashlight. The main purpose of using these lights is to illuminate the forest, but also really to get that eye shine popping off the eyes of all the nocturnal creatures that live out here in this jungle. Oh, we got something right here. Let's see if I can get it to climb onto my hand. Another strange creature of the night. We have a spiny stick insect here. This is just a juvenile. It's not a very big one. And look how it just remains completely still. Thinks it's camouflaged on a branch. But you're not. I see you. Wow, just like pinch me with its feet. Ah, spiny. Ah, spike me with those sharp legs. It's got spines all up and down the legs too. All right, we've had a good look. Let's put this spiky stick back on the plant. All right, guys. One of our spotters out here hiking with us tonight just signaled that they saw something on. What do we got? Oh, perfect. Yes. This is awesome. Okay, guys, it's staying put. This is great. I can probably just get right next to it. All right. Look at the size of this amphibian. You guys can get closer. As long as I don't touch it, it's gonna stay right there. Can you guys see without my light?
Oh, perfectly.
Okay, look at how big that leaf frog is. Now this is a Wallace's flying frog. Its feet and the webs on them are so big and wide that it can actually fly through the canopy as a glider. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to pick it up. You guys ready?
We're ready, Mark.
Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Check that out. How cool is that frog? Let me see if I can get it to just crawl on me. You seen that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, 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 oh. Get it back. Ha ha ha, gotcha. Don't worry, buddy. We just want to see how cool you are. Don't worry. I'm gonna put you right back on your stick. The pads on the feet, in case you're wondering, are super sticky. It feels like sap on the bottom of its feet. Super tacky, and that is gonna be good for climbing all of the wet leaves and sticks out here in this rainforest. But of course, in addition to climbing, this frog can glide. The Wallace's flying frog has such large hands and back feet pads that it can soar through the canopy. Now that is one really cool leaf frog, and that's coming from someone who's seen a lot of frogs. The Wallace's flying frog here in Borneo. Let's put it back on its branch and keep searching for other creatures of the night. Too cool. All right, so sometimes you can find mammals. There's like tarsiers that live out here. There's all kinds of cool, unique stuff. And of course, this being our first major trip to Borneo, everything we find is brand new. Oh, got something on this branch. Oh my gosh, guys, come look at this. You guys have enough light to see what this is? Okay, what we have here, guys, is a dead leaf mantis. What you're looking at right there is actually a praying mantis that looks almost identical to a leaf. But let me see if I can get it to climb up on my fingers. Oh yeah. Now you can see it. Whoop. Oh, it's a hopper. I would not expect a mantis like this to fly, although I'm sure it has tiny wings. It's definitely well adapted to look just like a leaf. Now there are actually over 2,400 different species of mantis on the planet, but this one has to be the coolest I've ever seen. Now you can really see that it's a mantis. Before, when it was on the leaf, it was inverted and you couldn't see the arms, perfectly camouflaging it as a dead leaf hanging off that plant. But as much as it looks like a leaf, it is not dead. It is very alive, and make no mistake, this is a mantis. It is an assassin. It is out here looking for prey, and they are relentless, and they're highly intelligent. You combine that with being excellently camouflaged, and you have a very formidable creature. That is cool. Oh, beautiful. Now this is a fully grown mantis. This is as big as they get. Oh, hello. It's looking right at me. You're not gonna hop on me, are you? We're trying to get the shot. Look that way. Oh. It's going for my pants because it's the same color. I've been spotted. We see you. I mean, you can even see on its back just like the striations of the leaf and like the dead spots. I mean, it has so many little particular details that make it look like a leaf. A truly remarkable adaptation. Andrew, have you ever seen anything like that?
No, that's so well camouflaged. I don't know how you saw it.
Well, I saw it because it's on this bright green leaf, so it wasn't the best spot to hide for this leaf mantis, but you could see if it was down here in the leaf litter how it would just disappear. Actually, let's do that. Let's let it go and put it in the leaves and see how it just disappears. Ready? Look, you just put a few leaves around it. Just like disappears in the leaf litter. And can you imagine if it was dry? Like here's a dry leaf. I mean, look at that. Unbelievable, huh? So cool. All right, I've got to get a picture with this. Gonna get my phone out. Not often you see a mantis as bizarre as that one. You know, I've seen a lot of interesting mantis over the years, but I cannot recall one as cool looking as this. Oh my God, I got an octopus. I got a blue ring, guys. It's right here. There it is. I missed it. It's right in here. It's right here. How could I miss that? That was it. Got it. Oh my gosh. We got one. Are you kidding me? Yes. Boom, baby. Boom. Yes. Holy cow. Miller, we're good. We got one. Can you help me get out of the net? So, you'll see I'm wearing gloves, guys, for a reason right now. This is a really good way to get a nip. And that is not what I want. Put that guy in there. Hello. There we go. Hey, buddy. Let's talk about what we found. Right there in my hand is the most dangerous animal on the planet, at least when it comes to venom. Nothing in the animal kingdom is more toxic than this tiny little octopus. And yes, I am nervous about it, but before the end of this video, I will officially touch with my bare hand the most dangerous and toxic creature on Earth. There are actually 4 described varieties of blue ring octopus. This one is the blue lined octopus. It's the only one in the family that has these really cool, vivid blue pinstripes surrounding the body. It's almost like blue tiger stripes. So if this animal is at all threatened, here I want to show you what it does. See that? Look at those rings go. Is that cool or what? Oh, okay. Stay down, stay down. If the octopus is at all agitated, not only does it flare up the rings on its arms, but those lines on its body glow. Back up, I'm toxic. That's your aposematic warning. And if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna give you a nip. And they show these vivid display warnings, not only for predators, but they also do it while they're hunting. They will do it to confuse or startle their would-be prey. This is what our octopus friend here is out hunting. This is a type of shore crab, but this would be the perfect food for the octopus. All right, we're gonna let this crab go. A single bite from this octopus could kill over 20 human beings. Needless to say, if I get nipped by this creature, that'll be the last nip I ever take. Now, these octopus are nocturnal, and they are masters of camouflage. Its normal color pattern perfectly blends in to this silty environment. They have 3 hearts that pump blue blood. They also have 9 brains. 1 central brain to run the entire nervous system, but then at the base of each arm, they have another brain. And you can see there, that little beak holds 2 venom sacs. And it's actually a toxin that it doesn't even produce itself, that it actually picks up through bacteria that it finds in the environment, through other organisms in this tide pool, and it collects this bacteria in its salivary glands, and when it uses its beak to bite into its prey or a predator for escape, it will actually inject saliva into the wound. Once this saliva enters the bloodstream, you get infected with TTX. No animal has as lethal of a dose as the blue ring octopus does. If you get even a micro amount of TTX in your bloodstream, all you can do is be put on life support and hope that eventually your body works through the toxin on its own. And here's the worst part about it. While you might be in complete paralysis, you are lucid. There are survivors that have lived to tell the tale of having people try to resuscitate them, giving active CPR, and they weren't able to communicate, but they remember everything. And a lot of people get bitten by these octopus because of mistaken identity. You'll come out to a local beach in Tideful. Guys, turn your cameras right now. This is an active beach. People take their dogs and kids and play on this beach, and these animals live all along the coastline. Now, that's not to scare you. Obviously, we're out here actively looking for them. They're hard to find, but people do unfortunately come into contact with these octopus, and they will pick them up, play with them, and in that process take a bite, which is completely painless, by the way. Initial symptoms are going to be things like tingling, difficulty breathing, difficulty thinking, loss of your motor skills, wobbly walking. If you think you are ever bitten by a blue ring octopus and you start to have symptoms, you have to be rushed to the hospital as fast as you can. We're talking like life flight situation, because you only have a matter of minutes before your whole nervous system starts to shut down and you're no longer able to breathe. Whew. And saying all that while holding the octopus in your hand, it's hard to remember the last time I was this nervous in the presence of an animal. All right, the time has come for something that I've thought a lot about. Because I know the only way that this octopus has the ability to envenomate you is a bite with its beak, I'm going to attempt to touch with my bare hand the most lethal, toxic animal on the planet. In order to do that, I'm gonna just dump out this water. Look at that. The octopus is trying to mimic the color of the cube. Rest assured, this is just a camouflage tactic. They are masters at this. That octopus is still very much able to pounce and bite. They can spend extended periods out of water. All right, so just so you guys know, if this blue ring does snare me, we're going to the hospital. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. That made me nervous. All right, lid back on. I don't think I was just bitten now, but I'm not completely sure. I had to take a break, guys, because like I'm definitely feeling a little lightheaded, like major anxiety. That animal right there, if you get bit, it's game over. It's lights out. Guys, I am like shaking right now. Like my feet are tingling. Things that you normally wouldn't pick up on, like heart rate, how I'm breathing, tingle feeling. Like I'm just from like all the adrenaline pumping through my body. And the emotions are intense, super intense. Gotta shake that off. The anxiety that I'm experiencing on camera is real, as I had almost identical symptoms to that of a blue ring bite. While I was 99% sure I wasn't bitten, we had to closely monitor my symptoms until we deemed it safe enough to continue filming. The symptoms of these bites can be subtle and can be hard to differentiate from anxiety and panic from other sources of stress. Please, never attempt to do what you are seeing in this video. I cannot stress enough, if you are bitten by a blue ring octopus, you must seek medical attention immediately. I think I'm all right. I think I'm okay to continue. Let's keep going. Okay. It's been a while since I've had this kind of reaction to being in an encounter with an animal. Like it's like my first time seeing a venomous snake. It's like all kinds of emotions right now. Just brushing up against one in the tide pool, whether you're walking around, if you accidentally touch one, you're gonna be just fine. It's like every other octopus. The difference only occurs when you take a bite from the beak right there. All right, guys, we just got the call. We are on a sea turtle rescue mission, and right now there's a turtle on a beach about 15 miles north from here and needs our help. These sea turtles, when they end up beach, it's because they're distressed and they can no longer swim. And without programs like the one we're participating in, they would all certainly die. So needless to say, this sea turtle right now, its life depends on us. Just this past year alone, more than 850 sea turtles were rescued off the shores of Massachusetts, a number that has been sadly increasing. Endangered sea turtles like the Kemp's Ridley, green,
and loggerhead are washing up on beaches due to cold stunning, and the changing climate is only making matters worse.
I think I see it. Yep, here's our turtle. A volunteer was combing this beach and they discovered this Kemp's Ridley sea turtle. And this is exactly what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to take the turtles off of the beach, away from the wind, and then you can see it was covered here with this bit of straw to protect it from exposure. And it does look like we are in time for this sea turtle to have a chance, because you can see it still has a little bit of strength in its neck, just enough to pick up its head. And that is a very good sign, because most of the turtles that you find that are cold stunned cannot move whatsoever. So let's bundle this little turtle up and take it to the Wellfleet Sanctuary, where it will start its process of rehabilitation and hopeful re-release back into the wild.
Rapidly fluctuating sea temperatures due to climate change are narrowing the window for these turtles to safely migrate south each year. Rising sea temperatures are holding the turtles in northern waters for too long, and any sudden drop in water temperature below 50 degrees results in a mass cold stunning event for these marine reptiles.
We have to be super quiet because these turtles are already really stressed, and loud noises have been proven to stress them even further. Oh, poor little turtle. We did notice that it had a bit of a response when we picked it up off the beach. Like it had some ability to raise its head.
So that's pretty rare, honestly. A lot of the time these turtles are barely moving at all. Sometimes we'll think a turtle's dead and we'll leave it overnight to assess in the morning to make sure that it's still alive.
Cool. Is this our turtle?
This is our turtle.
All right. How do we know that this turtle isn't dead?
So when we first bring it onto this processing table, we will check to see if its flippers are in rigor.
Rigor is short for rigor mortis. When an animal dies, it starts to seize up and all of its joints and body parts become stiff.
So there was slight movement right there.
Saw that.
Yep, we'll kind of gently tug on their back flippers, and then we'll touch their eye for a small eye response as well. And then what we'll do is we will actually use this pit tag scanner here, because sometimes these turtles wash in and they have been tagged and no tag was detected here. Then the next thing we'll do is we will take measurements of its carapace. We will look to see if there are any injuries on the turtle anywhere, sometimes from pecking from seagulls if they've been sitting on the beach for a while. And then they'll sometimes have some wounds on their carapace.
And that's why it's so important to get these turtles off the beach as quickly as possible.
Each animal receives a number upon entry to the Wellfleet Bay Wildlife Sanctuary. And of the 4 sea turtles we assisted in rescuing, number 569 was the first to be sent for urgent care.
On your way, bud.
So we quickly mobilized and followed it to the New England Aquarium's Sea Turtle Hospital.
Look at all these turtles. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Let's go, guys. All right, here we are at the Sea Turtle Hospital. Let's go inside to see our Kemp's Ridley start its rehabilitation process. Come on this way. All right, how's it going, Adam? Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming.
So are these our turtles?
These are our turtles, and you got 569. And the Kemps are very similar looking. And as you'll see, there's lots of turtles everywhere. And once they get into the water, they look even more similar. So we'll bring them up. We'll put a number on their shell, and we put a band around their flipper. So that way when we're looking for certain turtles, especially when they're in the water, they'll be easier to find.
Awesome.
Now we're gonna try to listen to see what the heart rate sounds like.
Oh, cool. And their metabolism at this rate is very slow.
Extremely slow.
And that's why you need these special instruments to be able to read that. We're listening for the turtle's heartbeat. So far, I just hear static. Oh, I think I just heard a whoosh. So this turtle's significantly lower heart rate than it's going to be when it leaves.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. So with that, we will give it a dose of epinephrine. That will help get that heart rate a little bit up there, get them a little bit more prepped for a swim.
So this is like the jump start for the rehabilitation process here at the hospital.
Once a sea turtle receives epinephrine, it is then placed in a small pool of water for observation. Also called a swim test, this is where the clinical team will look for signs of other damage and possible infections.
Let's see how 569 does.
So that's a great sign, obviously, that nice little breath there. And turtle's going into the water. And so, yeah, I mean, he's ready to go.
That.
For these turtles, freshwater is important because of the dehydration piece. Helps rehydrate them. 1 or 2 days in that fresh water won't be detrimental, and then they're into the full saltwater tanks. These turtles have been out there breathing in cold air, water, so we see a lot of pneumonia. So you can kind of see he's slowing down a little bit there.
Okay.
We also see how high in the water he is, so he's definitely got some gas in his system there that's keeping him very floaty. as you can see, and he has some odd coloration in those front flippers, so he may have some skin issues that over the next few days as he warms up might become a little bit more prevalent.
So I'm not trying to put you on the spot, Adam, but in your professional experience, how would you say our turtle here, number 569, is looking in terms of its potential for rehabilitation?
Yeah, no, the prognosis for this turtle at this point would be good. I saw some bubbles coming out of the ears, the nose. Then you saw him lift his head and took a nice breath. So that's all great things.
Love it. That is so great to hear. And it's so nice to see the turtle lively again. I feel like most people who would encounter one of these cold stun turtles on the beach might even think they were already dead. But sure enough, here at the hospital, after a little shot of epinephrine and a chance to swim, we've got a lot of movement. All right, so now that our turtle has swam for the first time at the hospital, part of the rehabilitation process of warming them back up to the appropriate temperature, which is about 72 degrees, takes a few days. After treating nearly 5,000 turtles, this facility has learned quite a bit about how to bring the temperature back up in the appropriate way, and the best way they found to do it is a staged process over days using multiple tanks. Over the next 2 days, they will actually be placed in the saltwater baths that will raise them up to about 65 degrees and then eventually up to the 72 degrees that you'll see here in the holding tanks. These turtles here, they're already being raised up to temperature. Pretty cool, and definitely something that really helps these turtles stand a chance of being re-released. Along with being critically endangered, the Kemp's Ridley is also the rarest sea turtle on the planet. Once abundant, their population suffered a massive crash in the 1980s, where as few as 250 nesting females were estimated to remain. Luckily for the world's smallest and rarest sea turtle, large-scale conservation efforts helped restore their population to stability by the mid-2000s. However, with current climate trends being as they are, the pressure is now back on to save this species from extinction. I've heard reports that the Kemp's Ridley are somewhere in the population of 30 to 40,000 individuals in the world. Is that what you've heard also?
They are a critically endangered population.
So, I mean, the fact that you're seeing thousands of turtles come to the facility, this is a significant mass of this species.
Getting these guys through and back into the ocean is critical.
Well, this is not the end of the road for the video, guys. We actually have one more step that we want to show you as part of this turtle rehabilitation program. This one, though, is going to take us on a short trip to the airport. So as you can see, we are no longer in the Sea Turtle Hospital. We are in an air hangar because there's an amazing volunteer program called Turtles Fly 2 that takes these sea turtles down to warmer waters in the southern United States, where they will finish their rehabilitation and be released back into the wild much sooner than Mother Nature would allow here in New England. And we just got word that the turtles will arrive, so it's time to get to work and load up these sea turtles. All right, so you have a van load and a truckload full of sea turtles that are being loaded up by volunteers and aquarium staff onto this aircraft right now. They're trying to set a record today by loading 100 sea turtles onto this airplane. That's a lot of reptiles. So right now the pilot and the co-pilot are up there playing a little bit of turtle Tetris to try to get all of these animals loaded up onto this aircraft. It takes a lot of resources to fly these turtles, so they want to make sure every flight is efficient and as productive as they can. Trying to get one more up there.
Yeah, I think they have a little shorter banana box.
Okay. Nice. Oh, there's more turtles. There's always more turtles. Last one. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
All right, got the final turtle box to load into the aircraft. Last one. Something I never thought I would say. Turtles on an airplane. But here in New England, it happens about a dozen times a year. That's cool. The turtles that make the flight to Florida are the ones ready to be released back into the wild. But others needing more long-term rehabilitation, like our friend 569, will continue to receive care at the Sea Turtle Hospital until they are ready to be released when spring returns to New England. Researchers have predicted that by 2031, just 8 years from this video's release, thousands of cold-stunned sea turtles will wash up on New England shores every single year. It takes an amazing collaboration to combat these events and return healthy sea turtles into the ocean to rejoin their populations. From emergency veterinarians to airplane pilots to hundreds of beachcombing volunteers, I was so proud to play a small part in saving these rare and endangered animals. But the work continues every single day from the cold shores of Cape Cod to the warm waters of South Florida. And these wildlife heroes need our support. Please join Brave Wilderness in the New England Aquarium by clicking the link in the description to donate, spread awareness, or perhaps volunteer yourself in the effort to save these beloved treasures of our oceans. Welcome to the Sonoran Desert, one of the harshest environments in the continental United States. This terrain has become a staple for Brave Wilderness. From the Gila monsters to the Tarantula Hawks, even the plants are out for blood. In fact, that's exactly why we're here. Ah yes, here we go. The jumping cholla in all its glory. Now there are over 30 different species of this segmented cacti that inhabit North and South America, and they all have different names. This one, I could tell right away, is none other than the teddy bear cholla. But I will warn you, this plant is definitely not soft and cuddly, so you don't want to give it a hug if you're out here in the Sonoran Desert. Now, if you take a closer look at those spines, you'll notice that they are pointing in nearly every direction, almost like some kind of geometric nightmare. Oh, but it gets worse. On every single spine is a characteristic called glochidia, which are small bristles with backward-facing barbs. This microscopic feature makes the cholla difficult to remove once it is adhered to any surface or unlucky passerby. Now I know what you're thinking. Are these plants just plain evil, or is there a method to their madness? Well, as it turns out, each and every single segment of this plant is a potential seed for the next offspring. They've adopted what's called vegetative reproduction. But what's with this name jumping cholla? Their name is a bit of a myth. It comes from the idea that the plants actually have the ability to jump at their would-be victims. However, that's not the case. But what they can do is fall. So a good gust of wind or vibrations in the ground can cause the segments to fall, especially in the dry season. And at this point, I want to show you guys the methods to remove a cholla plant from your body. But let's be honest, you've seen this before. Yeah, today, it's my turn. In order to show you the right ways to remove a cholla, I'm gonna need to get myself good and spiked up. So the team and I have decided to create the ultimate cholla challenge, also called the sharpest maze in the world. And if you look right behind me here, you'll notice there's a lot of cholla. In fact, not just cholla, there's all kinds of spiky, nightmarish plants. These are things you would never, ever want to walk through. But here's the deal. If you were to go all the way to the end of the maze, over 100 yards, you would find a table. What's on this table, you might ask? Well, it just so happens to be my favorite dessert of all time. The delicious, the scrumptious, the completely irresistible red velvet cake. And this one just so happens to be made from my favorite bakery in Los Angeles, Baker's Lane. So, trust me, I really want to have that dessert in the desert. But here's the deal, in order to get it, I need to make my way through this maze in under 2 minutes. And the kicker is, I've got to do it while being blindfolded.
Actually, Mark, I thought the blindfold might be a little too easy to see through.
Huh?
So I got you these blacked out goggles instead. I'll take that bandana from you.
I could work with this, okay. I really want that cake.
All right, folks, here it goes. If you've ever wanted to see a human pincushion, stick around for the next few minutes. This is about to get crazy.
Alrighty, folks. Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned desert showdown. No sense poking around. Let's get right to it. 2 minutes on the clock. Let's give him some spins for good luck. And he's off.
That, man.
Straight.
To your right, to your right. Good, good. To your left, Mark, to your left.
Oh, God. Straight.
Yep, straight ahead. Oh, watch out for that one by your leg. Back up just a little bit and then go straight.
Ah!
There you go.
Oh, I can't see a thing.
There we go. We got a little bit of a clearing
Time
here.
check, time check.
You got about a minute 30.
Ah!
Oh,
Ah!
watch your shins.
Ah! Which way? Oh!
Oh man, back up, back up, back up.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Okay, Mark, we gotta keep going. To your right, to your right.
Right?
To your right.
What is that? That's another one, is it?
No,
Ah!
straight ahead.
Ah!
Yep, side step. Step with your left leg forward. Yeah, just go straight, Mark. Just go straight.
Oh my gosh, how far am I?
Halfway through, Mark. Come on. Don't get too close to those. Keep shuffling.
God.
There you go.
My leg's seizing up, man.
Well, we're in between two very sharp plants. So what we need to do, yep, you just turned yourself perfect.
Okay.
Go forward. There's a bush right below you though. Step over that with your left leg. There you go.
Am I doing the right thing? I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to feel for bushes with my feet.
Shuffle. There you go.
Am I close?
You're close. We got about 30 seconds though. We got to make it.
I'm like terrified to finish this, Corey. Help me.
All right, this part's tight.
Dude, I'm stuck. I'm freaking stuck.
Ooh, he's gonna feel that one for a while. Let's slow that down real nice like and see an instant replay.
Okay, you just have to move forward. You're right there. It's right in front of you.
Oh, I feel the table. Got the cake. Yes! Victory!
Oh, dude, you made it with like 2 seconds to spare.
All right, I need you guys to remove the goggles because I'm like, I can't move right now. Corey, I'm gonna need your help. How bad is it? How bad is it?
It's bad, dude.
Oh, oh my goodness.
Was it worth it, man?
Let
Take
me
a bite.
Let me see.
Made it this far.
Oh, it makes it better. That certainly makes it better. Oh yeah, that's good cake. Okay. We gotta get these out. All right, I really need the stuff off the back.
I'm just gonna keep going, man. Ready?
Okay. All right, keep going, man.
Had you ever thought of starting over? Starting
1, 2, 3. Yep, that was the worst one. Tell you guys what, I'm so happy I wore a cup. Okay, so here we go. Now, as you can see, I only have the choya left that are on the front side of my body. And this is the point of the video where I would like to attempt to show you how, if this happens to you, hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, how to properly remove these choya with the least amount of pain possible. The number one thing you want to avoid doing, this is like rule number one with choya, you never, ever, under any circumstances, try to remove choya with your hands. Even if you have gloves on, as you can see, these things go through boots, they go through fabric. So don't use your hands, you want to use a tool. Now, what tool should you use? Well, I'm glad you asked. Corey, my comb, please. Thank you, sir. No, I'm just kidding. It's not for my hair, but one of the best tools for removing the choya is a large tooth comb, just like this. Work the teeth under the spines until you grab the choya. You could kind of see I've got the fruit pulling up now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's one. Ooh, this one's gonna hurt. Go! Yeah! Yes! Yes, sir, that hurts. Okay, so the comb, it does the trick. But let's be honest, if you're out here hiking the Sonoran Desert, pretty good chance you don't have a large tooth comb in your kit. But what you might have is something like this. The Brave Wilderness team never leaves home without a good multi-tool, and I highly recommend you do the same. So you want to open 2 points of contact, just like the comb, wiggle it in there. See how I have good purchase? Ah, that hurts. 1, 2, 3. Ga! Ga! Velvet cake, velvet cake, velvet cake. Okay, I think I need to get this one off. This is a good opportunity for me to show you yet another technique. Corey, sticks please. Thank you, sir. Now, if you can't find any sticks, just look harder, because you definitely don't want to use your hands, like I said before. What you want to do is take the sticks, fork them underneath, get purchase, and then same as the other ones. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, just like that. But I gotta be honest with you, I much prefer the multi-tool, so I'm going back. Okay, this is gonna be a good one. And the final, cholla. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the Sonoran Desert and all of its spiky inhabitants and how to remove the pesky cholla should you ever have an encounter of your own. I'm Mark Vins. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next challenge. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Oh, yes. That cake was worth every single spine. And speaking of our spiky little friends that joined me on today's adventure, we actually did them a big favor by helping these cholla complete their journey across the desert. Grow strong, little ones. And if you enjoyed this challenge, make sure to head over to the Mark Vins channel and check out my experiment to prove, once and for all, who is the spikiest cactus in the West. Ow! I'm just gonna say it right now, it only gets spikier from here. I have about a 50-50 chance of taking a sting with a flying bullet ant. On 3. 1, 2, 3. There's something in my... A part of this video is sponsored by Dr. Squatch. All right, last night, something completely unexpected happened. Right now, we're in Costa Rica filming the bullet ant sting versus the leafcutter ant bite showdown, which, by the way, ouch, it hasn't even been 24 hours since I endured the carnage that was 60 seconds of being stung by a bullet ant. I mean, I got annihilated. I am still in excruciating pain right now, but here at our lodge, we saw something that we didn't even think existed. Let me ask you a question. What is worse than a bullet ant with one of the most painful stings in the world? The answer, a bullet ant that can fly. That's right, bullet ants have wings.
Mark, come here.
What is it?
Dude, there's a bug on the wall here. It looks like a bullet ant, but
Got a light?
it has wings on it.
You shine your light like right on it? What?
Dude, that is a bullet ant with wings.
It has wings!
No way.
Let me get a net. Let's see if I can. Got it.
Got it. There it is. Yeah, it's in the net.
Oh, it's getting away, it's getting away, it's getting away. Ah!
We go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, hang on. Holy cow. No way.
Did you know they can fly?
I didn't know they could have wings at all. Let's get a closer look at it. Ah.
In all of our adventures into the rainforest, we have never seen anything like this. The Brave Wilderness channel has a long and painful history with the bullet ant, because these ants possess one of the most painful stings on the entire planet. And that's not just of all ants, of all insects. From a single jab to a full minute of being pumped with their legendary venom, we've experienced firsthand just how excruciating their sting can be. However, these insects won't sting unless provoked, and we've learned that from sticking our hand into a box full of them. As it turns out, they only sting to protect themselves and their underground colony from danger. But until this particular adventure, we had no idea that bullet ants could take to the sky.
But now let's get to the question that I know you're all wondering. Sure, bullet ants have wings, but can they sting?
Can a winged bullet ant sting with the power and might of the bullet ant that we all know so well? Well, that's what we're here today to find out. I am prepared to take yet another sting test to see if the winged bullet ant is something that we all need to be concerned of. But before we do that, let's take a side-by-side comparison of both of these ants. Colorations, proportions, they look nearly identical. I mean, maybe, and just maybe, the winged bullet ant is a little bit bigger. But outside of that, the only major difference that I can see is just behind the head. On the wingless bullet ant, you've got a couple of spikes, a couple of nodules right behind the head on that middle part. On the winged bullet ant, you have more of a hunch or a hump. I'm guessing that's where all the wing mechanics are contained that enable this ant to fly. But before we get to the sting, let's discuss why ants have wings in the first place. In order for ants to start a new colony, like bees, they have to swarm. This occurs when colonies start to produce offspring that have wings, which of course can be either male or female, with the females being future queens. When a future queen flies away from the colony, she's in search of a winged male from another, and hope that they can join forces in starting the next generation of bullet ants. After they mate, the male unfortunately dies, while the female sheds her wings and searches on the ground for a good spot to start her new brood. Once she starts her nest, her stinger actually turns into an ovipositor, which she uses to lay eggs. She then exclusively produces female worker ants until the colony grows large enough to need to expand again. It's these workers who are tasked with the digging of tunnels, caring for young, and defending the colony with their legendary sting. All this to say, it's only the female ants that have stingers. With that being said, I have about a 50-50 chance of actually taking another sting in this video. It's time to get down to business. It's time to find out if this flying bullet ant can sting. Here we go. Let's see if we can grab hold without it flying away. I know I say this all the time with ants, but it's unbelievable how strong they are. Oh, no, 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 don't fly, don't fly, don't fly. Oh, no. Angry. This bullet ant does not want to be in these forceps. Okay, I got a good hold. All right, here we go. Oh, I was afraid we're gonna lose our flying bullet ant. They have wings for a reason. Got that shot?
Got it.
All right, here we go. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with a flying bullet ant. On 3. 1, 2, 3. I can't feel it. There's something in my oh yeah, stinger's in, stinger's in. Yep, it's a queen. Oh, do you see the stinger in there? Definitely a queen. Got a young queen, definitely not a male.
What's that feel like?
It burns. All right. Definitely not doing it for 60 seconds again. Yeah. Whew, man. Whew.
You all right, Mark?
Yeah. Huh. I tell you what, that burns, but not as bad, oddly enough. Definitely not as bad as yesterday. Let me put her back in the container. Thank you. Oh, man. Definitely a female, for sure. You could see there's already raised. I could feel the burning. There's already some raised, but not as bad. There's some marks there, but gonna have to give it a little bit to see if the venom really kicks in. I mean, clearly that's what the bullet ant looked like from yesterday. That is just over 24 hours. You can see just how swollen my arm is from yesterday, and it's hot and tight. It's almost like swelling up like a hot dog about to explode. But yeah, you can see right there, you see that? We definitely have some sting marks, but a much more mild venom. Like significantly less painful. I wouldn't recommend doing it. Don't get me wrong, this isn't good. It's not enjoyable, but it is certainly not as painful as the bullet ant we all know. So I have to wonder, why would the flying bullet ant sting be less potent than that of a wingless bullet ant? And if I had to guess, it's because this is a young queen. They're both females, but this young queen is destined to eventually lay eggs, meaning that stinger is meant to actually evolve into a device to reproduce and create the next bullet ants. Where this bullet ant is only meant to defend. That means that stinger needs to inflict as much pain as possible. What's going on, guys? We have landed on Rottnest Island off the coast of Western Australia, home to one of the happiest creatures on the planet. The quokka has become a viral sensation for its smiley demeanor, so we brought our cameras with us in hopes of snapping a selfie with Australia's friendliest marsupial. Let's go find a quokka. The only way to get to Rottnest Island is by boat, where it's easy to see that spotting a quokka is one of the main reasons that people make this voyage. Now, these boats follow a very strict schedule for leaving the island, so let's not waste any time and get right to searching. Here we go. I've got 3 hours to explore Rottnest Island to get that selfie with the quokka. Now, of course, they're friendly, but there are some rules about encountering the quokka. It's important to know that we can't actually touch a quokka. We have to respect them and not give chase if they want to walk away. Now, they are curious, so hopefully they'll approach us if they're feeling friendly, but at the end of the day, they are wild animals and we don't want to stress them out. But hopefully I'll be able to get up close enough with this camera to snap a selfie. What I have here is a 360 camera, and it's capable of capturing images from any direction, so this will come in handy when trying to get our quokka selfie. Throw that in the trash. Beautiful place. Great view, but I think the quokkas will be closer to the bushes and the shrubs off of the beach. Those plants are their food source, so that's where I bet they'll be. Now, these animals are endangered, but are found in their highest concentrations here on Rottnest. And they could literally be anywhere. We're seeing lots of quokka poo all over the place. This is a good indication that we are on the right track. This is fresh. Do you guys know what that is? What do you get when you mix a quokka and a poodle? Quokka poo. Blech. So far, no quokkas, but we do see one. We should be able to get some good video. A lot of the quokka are likely taking cover already to retreat from the sun. So looks like this line of trees might be a good bet to get our encounter. We are very far south of the equator. It's only 9:45 in the morning, but the sun has already risen to really high above the horizon. And our guess is the quokkas are already sheltering for the afternoon. So we're going to scan this tree line here and see if we can find any huddled up. Now, these aren't very large creatures. They grow to the size of an average house cat. But when early settlers first landed on Rottnest Island, they confused the quokka with giant rats. So that's actually how this island got its name. Rottnest, or rat nest, is a long-standing term that's held the test of time, but of course is highly inaccurate. The quokka is not a rodent, it's not a rat, it's actually a marsupial, and arguably one of the friendliest little furry creatures living on our planet today. So I told myself if I was ever gonna get the chance to explore Rottnest Island, I was gonna do it because I wanna get my opportunity to get up close with the happiest creature, the quokka, and get my selfie. All right, here we go. We're gonna have a scan. Oh, got one. Guys, we got our first quokka. Hey, buddy. Hello. Hi. I've heard you are the friendliest animal in all of the world. Doesn't really care to say hello right now, though. Let's see here. Let's try going around this way. Hi. How are you? Do you want to come over to me? Say hi? Do you like cameras? No? No, you don't like cameras, huh? That's okay. We'll leave you be and find another quokka for our selfie. Let's move on. All right, guys. We have a quokka. Go be calm. I'm going in for the selfie. There it is.
Hi, buddy. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a quokka, and it's hopping away. Hi. Let me go with my camera, see if I can get my selfie. That's a quokka. Let's see if I can get my selfie. Ready? Hi. Hi. Nope, didn't get it. This little guy doesn't want us getting super close, so we're just gonna have to film with our zoom lens and find a happier quokka for our selfie. Oh, there's one on the other side of this wall. Look at this guy. He looks like he's smiling. Look at that. He's just hanging out on the other side of this fence though, so we'll leave him be. Hello. We're here for a quokka selfie. Can we hang for a bit? Now these quokkas in the fall will give birth to joeys that will be carried around in their pouch while they're being reared, just like a kangaroo, but it is nap time. Check that out. See, this quokka's about ready to go down for its afternoon nap. I think that means no selfie from this little guy. Gotta be under these trees. All right, guys, we have our quokka. I'm gonna come in, try to get my selfie with the quokka. Look at how tiny they are. Look at their hind feet. Definitely classic marsupial rear leg, and they can't hop. No, 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 no. All right, this is becoming tough. We are in the last hour of our search. Unfortunately, this midday sun is not working to our advantage. This is proving to be a little more challenging than I think any of us expected. Gotta find the friendliest quokka we can, and we gotta find it fast. This makes sense. Got a lot of shade, and we've got a quokka right there. Guys, this is our quokka. Here we go. Hi, buddy. Hi. I'm gonna approach slowly. Go around this way. Look at him. There he is. I'm gonna take off my pack carefully. I'm gonna grab this GoPro in case we wanna film with it. Hi, buddy. You guys come around to the other side. Having a little lunch. Hello. How are you? Okay, guys, we've got one. We are so happy to see you. I'm just gonna put this here. It's okay. No, no. Come back. Come back. It's okay. Come on back. Here. Here. It's okay. Yum, yum, yum. So, the quokka is very difficult to locate in mainland Australia. You can see why they would get into so much trouble with invasive species or other predators. Here on Rottnest, they do a very good job limiting the amount of feral cats and foxes that would make a snack out of a quokka. So it makes complete sense why their population is doing so well. And you are so cute and friendly. I'm gonna get a little closer, okay? Just a little bit closer. Look at it, how cute this animal is. There you go. You want this? You want this? I thought you were having lunch. Okay, we're gonna get ahead just a little bit. You can see this quokka is about to go down for its afternoon nap, but we came all this way. Gotta get that selfie. I don't think I've ever held so many cameras at once. We're gonna get that selfie. All right, let's go, guys. Hey. Hey. We found it nibbling on this branch. There you go. Yum. All right. We're gonna let the quokka get a little more comfortable, then I'm going in. That looks good. I'm hungry too. Hungry for a selfie. All right. Look at you. It's you. It's you. Dang it. All right. We spooked the quokka. That's not what we needed. All right, guys. We're so close. Gosh, our ferry's coming up soon. We gotta get out of here.
Just when it started to look like the quokkas of Rotten Nest Island might be too shy for this selfie mission, something unbelievable happened.
Oh, we have more quokkas. I'm gonna have to leave these cameras behind, go in with the phone. I'm only gonna get one more shot. Hi. Here. Oh my goodness, this is it. We just hit the quokka mother load. This is what appears to be two parents and a little baby Joey. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna try to get my selfie before I lose my chance. Hi. Hi. There it is. Hey buddy, smile for the camera. Hey. Got it. All right, that was it. We got our selfie with the quokka. Let me check it. Let me check it. Hang on. Are you kidding me? Guys, we nailed it. Maybe my best selfie of all time. That was awesome. Oh, what a day here exploring Rotten Nest Island and getting up close with one of the friendliest creature and possibly the happiest animal on the planet, the one and only quokka.